Recording, showing screen. All right. So a warm welcome to all of you once again, and thank you for being there for this evening with me. And so basically, the idea of this evening is, I have been doing my meditation. I am a regression therapist. I am a homeopath, and I am into meditation, and it's through meditation that I realized that how much healing it has offered to me personally, and is there a way that I can use this tool therapeutically, and that's how I started learning regression. And when I was doing meditation, I always felt very much pulled to mystic songs. And I had a keen desire to learn. And I started singing Kabir ji and Gorakdas ji. And when I would sing them, I just became meditative. I just went meditative. So I realized that, if you can just tune into those beautiful lyrics, words, and the spaces offered by these mystics, it actually offers this possibility for us to become meditative. And when I say to turn meditative, I mean to tune into that space within us that holds answers to so many problems that we do get in our routine day-to-day lives. So I knew that, whenever we talk about meditation or yoga, or people would just put it in a connotation of spiritualism, that, it's not my path. Spirituality is not meant for me. But then, while treating, patients in homeopathic field, I realized that it's not. It's a very wrong, notion people carry in their mind, that meditation is not for me, yoga is not for me. Basically, if you really want to live a life filled with joy, filled with satisfaction, filled with fulfillment in whatever that we are doing, meditation provides a tool, yoga provides a tool, reflections, mindfulness provides a tool to bring in necessary reflections, to bring in necessary changes that is required, you know, to live the life more meaningfully, more joyfully. This is what we do. But why, whatever we do, whatever, profession we pursue, or whatever life that we pursue, the final aim is the pursuit of happiness. So do we really get there? And on the way, what is the learning? And if that learning happens, the joy happens. So this is how, I felt that why don't I bring in, because if this is my experience, can I just bring in to my own core group? So basically all this started with my with our workshop, that NGO that we used to do in homeopathic doctors. And we used to do this evening sessions of songs and stuff. And then I felt that yes, it was making a change, it was bringing in the difference. I said, like, let's start for my patients also. And this was the time when COVID happened, so I started it online. And because now it's online, it's an open platform, so anybody can join in. So that's how I started spreading the word. So here I am. So today we're going to do a beautiful song by Kabir ji. Kabir ji is a mystic, all of us know, from 15th, 16th century. And he was a rebel of that time, because he was a very simple man. He was a weaver, and a lot of things which were happening on the name of religion and spiritualism, he questioned them. And he would just weave, and he would just sing, and the songs would come directly from his inner experiences. So not that the songs or the verses which are beautiful, which are profound, but the space that is created when we sing, when we hold them in our heart, that space is also very profound. So I request all of you to, let's kind of first see that how are we going to listen to this song. This is my poem that inspired me to write this poem of how do we really soak in Kabir or mystics. So I would start with this poem. So allow it to first pull you in its warm embrace, then allow it to enter you. I mean the song. When I say it, I mean the song. Through your skin, through each pore of your skin, and then through each pore of your being, let it dance. Let it dance freely through you. And when that dance is happening, surrender. Just surrender. Allow that song to become you and allow yourself to become that song. Dissolve. Just completely dissolve in that to initiate into a free dance. So friend, this is going to be a very intimate session, and this intimacy that we are going to create with our own self and this little bit of introduction that we had in the initial phase or initial time is just to make ourselves comfortable in the presence of each other, so that when we are getting intimate with our own self, we don't feel that somebody is watching me, somebody is observing me, because we are all going to give this space to ourselves, to each other, this intimate space to each other and to ourselves, where we will not feel that somebody is watching me. We would just be free to do what we want to do. If we want to cry, we would feel okay to cry. If we want to laugh, we would feel okay to laugh. So can we have that promise to ourselves, to each other today, friends? Yeah. So can we just put our hands like this as if we are standing in a circle and just allowing ourselves to hold each other's hand, put our hand in each other's hands, and with this silence for a minute, allowing this non-judgmental space to each other, and allowing to become intimate with our own self, allowing all the natural flow of emotions. Here we start with Sunta hai. You can keep your eyes closed, you can keep your eyes open. Be comfortable with the way you want to listen to this beautiful song, Sunta hai, by Kabir ji. I'm going to, friends, just, can you hear me? Can you just, thumbs up? Yes, can you hear me? First, you can relax. You can relax and you can put your hands in your lap. गगन में आवाज हो रही जी
I'm sorry, Rishi. The voice is not catching up in between. I mean, some words are getting lost.
Just a second.
Probably you need to try something.
Dhiren, are you talking to us?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah. I'm just saying that your voice is not coming out fully. Some words are getting lost. So.
All right. So in that case, I will wear my earphones if that was better. Sorry about this. All right. Is it better now?
Yeah, should be.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. गगन में आवाज हो रही जी जिली जीनी 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 जीनी। सुनता है गुरु ज्ञानी 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 ज्ञानी। गगन में आवाज हो रही, जीनी 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 जीनी। पहिले आए आए आए, पहिले आए, नाद बिंदु से पीछे जमया पानी पानी। हो जी पहिले आए आए आए, पहिले आए, नाद बिंदु से पीछे जमया पानी पानी। हो जी सब घट पूरन गुरु रहा रे, सब घट पूरन पूर रहा रे। अलख पुरुष निर्वाणी हो जी, निर्वाणी हो जी। सुनता है गुरु ज्ञानी 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 ज्ञानी। वहाँ से आया पता लिखाया, वहाँ से आया, तृष्णा तो ने बुझाई बुझाई, तृष्णा तो ने बुझाई। हो जी अमृत छोड़ से विष को धावे, अमृत छोड़ से विष को धावे। उल्टी फांस फसानी हो जी, फसानी हो जी। सुनता है गुरु ज्ञानी। कहे कबीरा कबीरा, कहे कबीरा, सुनो भाई साधो, जानी अगामी की बानी रे, जानी अगम की बानी रे। दिन भर रहे जो नजर पर देखे, दिन भर रहे जो नजर पर देखे। अजर अमर हो निशानी हो जी, निशानी हो जी। सुनता है गुरु ज्ञानी 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 ज्ञानी। गगन में आवाज हो रही, जीनी 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 gyni, 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 Yeah. So Kabir is saying that Sunta hai Guru Gyani. Are you listening? Are you listening to this avaz, this voice that is coming? Genie, genie, very subtle, very slowly it's coming. And from where it is coming? It is coming from Gagan. Gagan is Akash, sky, space. You know, in spiritual world, Gagan is also referred to as space. So this avaz is coming from very, very gently, very slowly, very softly, very faintly from that space. Are you listening to this? Are you paying attention to this avaz? And then he goes ahead. I have not, this has six verses in total. This song, I have just chosen three of them. Otherwise, it gets a very big and long song. Now, when Kabirji says that, are you listening to that voice? I want to now, I'm not going into the each and every verses that I chose today, because today's we're going to do a little detour from what we usually do in Kabir satsangs that we do together. We're going to see how we can bring the resonance to our daily life. What kind of voices that we listen to? What is the voices that we usually pay attention to? So that is what we are going to do, and we are going to leave the rest of the stuff as it is right now. But I would just bring in this the second one, which says that वहां से आया पता लिखाया. You came from there to the destination where you are born in. So the destination that he is saying, Kabirji is saying, is Dhiren, Sakayan, Chaithali, Nandaji, Kamal, Chandni. So the destination that we know ourselves as, the identity that we identify ourselves with. Yeah. So this identity we are born with. We were born. So wahan se aaya, kahan se? From the world of the soul. When we leave this body. This pata is left, and we go and continue with our ongoing journey. So the space where the ongoing journey continues, वहां से आए और पता लिखाया. Trishna तूने बुझाई. Krishna is thirst. To quench the thirst, you came. What kind of thirst he's talking about over here? I'm just giving these questions to us, okay? We are going to reflect on this. We came from there on this destination for what reason is what Kabirji is asking. And next, he puts, when I say Kabirji was rebel, see, this is how he would just put a punchline. Amrut chhod se vish ko dhaave. So you are not paying attention to the nectar which is there, in this life, and you are paying attention to the wish, you are paying attention to the poison. Do you know that? Are you aware about that? What kind of poison he's talking about? What kind of amrut he's talking about? Is what is, our center of the topic is going to be in this session. Yes. So now with this, I want to take a detour. I want you all to close your eyes. Do you all have a pen and paper with you? Yes? Okay. I want you all to close your eyes, and we will just pay attention to our voice that we are aware about. What kind of voices are do we stay aware about, or do we not stay aware about? Let us first start our journey with that. Because अमृत छोड़ से के विष को धावे, ये विष क्या है? What is this wish he is talking about? What are this गगन से आती हुई आवाज, वो क्या है? Do I know what is that gagan in me? He's not talking about gagan is sky outside somewhere. He's talking about the space that we have in us, in deep space of ourselves. There is a space that we have in us, and there is this voice that comes from that space. Do we know about that? And why do we want to know about that? Because somewhere in that space, in that avas, some kind of nectar is hidden. Some answer is there. Trishna tune bujai. We have come here to quench our thirst. What kind of thirst we have come with? Why we have decided to do this journey, change the destination, you know, one after another, one after another. Why do we do this? The avas, the answer to that, it comes from there. And all the problems, we have so many problems in our day-to-day living. Answers to those questions, the solutions to those questions are also there in this space. Because we decided to come with those problems. This is called prarabdha karma. When we decided to come on this life, we came with certain karma to be sorted. Because as a soul, we are all on the upward journey of evolution. We can compare that with the life, with the education system, that we start with the primary, we start with kindergarten, and then we enter into first grade, second grade, third grade. Like that, even our soul continues to educate itself from first grade to second grade to third grade. And that is the thirst that it comes with, to go from, if it was in third grade, for probably 100 lives, it was in third grade. Now it's time to go to the fourth grade. So if we don't really know what exactly we are here for, and what we put our energy into, what we put our life into, we continue to stay in the same grade for many lifetimes. And then there is this, inner avas that we miss, and we don't listen to that. We continue in the same rut, life after life. So first, there is a possibility to connect to that life, that avas, because it is there in us, all of us. But before going there, I have to be aware about what kind of avas I am connected with. So we're going to do this little exercise where we will just close our eyes, and we will pay attention to what kind of avas I keep getting in my space, inner space, in my mind, in my thoughts. What kind of thoughts are on all the time? Okay? And then we are going to just put it on the paper. We will spend 5 minutes for this exercise. Are we ready for that? Yes? Can I have a thumbs up? Wonderful. So please, let's close our eyes. And observe your mind. Just relax. And as you pay attention to what kind of thoughts that you see coming again and again, just stay observant to those thoughts without changing anything.
आधे घंटे बाद जा।
What is it that you always keep hearing? What kind of thoughts are on? Just paying attention to those thoughts. Just simply paying attention to what is it that is on in my mind all the time. Alright, friends. You can now start putting it on the paper if you are ready. Slowly keep your palms over your eyes. Open your eyes. And you can put them down on the paper that you have with you. Right. So getting back to this awaz, you can continue writing. So when we start paying attention, we start realizing that either we keep having this conversation which is common in nature, like, it is related to an immediate upcoming event that, I'm going to get engaged into, or, I have to go and cook. So, probably I'm thinking about what kind of, do I have enough vegetables in my kitchen? Or if I'm going to go, probably, for a session, so is my PowerPoint ready? Right? So it's a superficial level of thoughts that, or the voices that I that we keep paying attention to. And sometimes when all this is not, like, if that is nothing that that is going to happen in the near future, then we also keep hearing certain voices, whether which is kind of judging, or, which putting assumptions about ourselves or about others, about what is this person is doing to me, or what I did to that person, or questioning why life is so mean to me, or, criticizing, shit, yeah, I didn't do this work. I am not even, I don't even know this much, so judging yourself, or our own self, or we are finding faults in ourselves, or we are finding faults in other people, or, sometimes this voices say that guilty, it makes us feel guilty, that shit, yeah, this is what I did. I scolded my child so badly. I behaved so badly with my husband or my wife. I think wife or husband to nahi aate. It's always the wife or the husband who does bad to us. We never do that to others. Right? So, so blaming, or sometimes it's filled with, fear, like we are getting anxious about our health, and that kind of pattern is on. Right? Would one of you like to share what were your awas that you could connect with? Again, it's going to be a very very close group. No sharing will be, kind of leaked outside. So feel comfortable. This exercise is beautifully important to really make a difference to why we are doing. So if anybody would like to volunteer to just share uh, one or two thoughts. Anybody?
Yeah, I'll go for
Okay,
it.
Chandni.
Okay.
So, first thing I've written is like, what is my purpose? Because that keeps coming back to me every now and then. And I do have issues wherein I fear whether I'm in the right place or not. So, even the uh, current workplace that I am into, I had been dreaming of this title or job title ever since 3 years. But now that I got it, I don't seem to appreciate it much. Maybe because either the work is not very challenging enough for me, and also with the issues that I have been going on. So it's become a real mess for me that I keep forgetting things, or I have difficulty in comprehending information, memory issues. So, and even since a very prolonged period, like I would say almost 5, 6 years. So day and day, in and out, I feel like I'm becoming more robotic because I don't tend to respond to emotions, or what people uh, are to offer. So my reaction to everything is either neutral or on the sad. Like, I can feel sadness more, but I don't feel other set of emotions. So then even if someone is doing something for me, I cannot really appreciate it because it does not really touch my heart. So there's this complete cycle that keeps going on and on and on. So like, there's one thought connects to the other, to other. So it's just like a loop, and
Beautiful. Mm.
find a way through this.
Yes, yes. See, so now when we understand what is happening to Chandani's awazis, so one is that she gets into what is the purpose? What is your life purpose? This is the awaz that she keeps hearing. And then when she enters that, then the fear, then is my job okay for me? There is no enough challenge in this. And then once she enters that, I'm not even responding to the I'm not even responding to the others' emotions. I've become so robotic. So see, she's judging herself. You become robotic. The judgment is happening in her avas. Then she's getting this, what is your purpose in life, what is your purpose in life? So that kind of avaz is happening, and then she realizes that, okay, I'm into this loop, it just keep on and on, and then I forget things, my memory is getting weak. So this is the awareness that she gets into. So these are the avazes that she's kind of listening to. Anybody else wants to share?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, you're going, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, who is doing that? We can do one more. Yeah. So, Chaitali, are you doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh, the same as you said, na, common and upcoming event thoughts. And I have the feeling of gratitude for whatever I am having. The Jani, what she said, ki purpose, what is purpose, वो तो है ही है. लेकिन whatever I have a gratitude feeling also.
So that's your feeling, right?
Yeah. मतलब, yeah.
All right. Okay. So this is, you're talking about you feeling, right? You feeling gratitude all the time. All right. And could you connect with any avas, any voices, any thoughts that happens in your mind?
That is not what is the purpose. Because of that thirst only, I think I'm here.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Probably you are on meditation for a long time, is it?
No, not for a long time. Around a year.
Fine. Interesting. Thank you for sharing. Yes, Dhiren, the last sharing.
Frankly, I mean, I didn't. It was just purely without the objective of this session. I mean, objective or what we have come across to, not thinking about that. But it is a muddled state of mind, monkey mind. The monkey mind is just jumping, not even focusing on one thing for even, I think, 20 seconds, 30 seconds also, and you are out on another jump, another jump, another jump. No focus on a single thought. Sometimes it's totally blank. You're suddenly sensing your breath. Suddenly you realize you are really not thinking anything. It's completely blank for, I don't know what. And again, jumping. But these are the overall feeling. But the thoughts that are coming to mind obviously is going to be things to do, what you want to plan for, what you want to do, routine, regular life stuff, right? I mean, or what you want to do to improve the situation. Not realizing that you already are in a good situation, but the thought is always about what you want to do to improve. Whether it's yourself, whether it is your family, whether it is a child, whatever. But I have to do something to improve this, or he has to do something like this, or I have to do something. Random thoughts, again, practical random. Nothing else. Like the theme I would say is no focus and basically jumping monkey mind.
Beautiful.
Every thought, not more than 20, 30 seconds. That's it. So no focus practically. That will be the theme which I would say in my case.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Dhiren. And so at the result of this constant jumping of mind that is happening, that you are aware about, how do you find the energy of yours? What happens to your energy?
Definitely drained. I mean, drained in the sense, not exactly drained, but I mean, you are tired of thinking, right? You are not able to focus and start plotting some good action plan or start doing things.
Right.
So probably that is more. So it's not obvious. You don't feel high on the energy. I wouldn't say it's low, but not high.
Right. Now, moving on to the next. So now, as we understand that, okay, so something is like a common. So, like common related to probably some next event that is going to happen. And then when we just took up this sharing, then there are few or more voices that keeps happening, which has nothing to do with the next moment, nothing to do with the next event. But I just keep listening to that. I just have that thing. I've been aware about that thing happening to me again and again since many years. This is the next level of thought that keeps on. For example, in Dhiren's case, how do I improve the situation? How do I improve myself? How do I improve my family? I'm sure this is on for a very long time, right, Viren? Yeah. So even though it has nothing to do with what I'm going to do next, even though everything that is happening is okay about, it's good. There is no scope of improvement, but still I have this voice that keeps telling me, how do I do further? How do I improve further? Then in Chandni's case, what should I do? Why am I becoming so robotic? What should I do to improve? What should I do to take it more challenging? And then furthermore thing that we were discussing today, only we met in the afternoon, so I know. So there are these voices that keeps kind of questioning her, judging her. Are you okay? Are you not okay? Are you less emotional? Are you more emotional? This is always, there is, as if, there is a critic present in her, which always keeps an eye on her. What is she doing? What she's not doing? How much good it is? How much not good it is? All the time she has to kind of, answer. She's answerable to that critical voice that she keeps listening to, right? So what is there? So when we really understand these voices, one, these are the voices that is a part of this monkey mind, as Dhiren beautifully said. This mind, which is not just the conscious mind that we have. We have a subconscious mind, and then we have an unconscious mind. Okay. So there are certain thoughts that is routine, which is related to our routine life, the common events that keeps happening in this surface level thoughts. These are the first layer of thoughts. It comes, it vanishes, and there is not much energy also given. The work is over, the thought is over, right? But this below ones, this source level thoughts and the root level thoughts or repetitive thoughts, which has nothing to do with our actual situation, but it's just kind of haunting us. These are the thoughts that comes from this deep most conditioning that has happened from the childhood, from our past. As we say, the soul keeps on journeying from one life to another. So this deeper conditioning which happened, which kind of got into some belief system. Say for example, for me, there was this thing written that I am not good enough. I'm still working on it, but I always have this thought. I have this voice that comes that you're not good enough. You should be doing something more. You are not good enough. You are not lovable. This is another belief that I had. And then anyway, if somebody doesn't do good to me or doesn't talk good to me, you are not good enough. See, it confirms you are not good enough. So this is the thought that I would give. And the moment I enter into it, then again, see, that person did this to us. See, that person didn't pay attention to you when you were doing this, but that person paid attention to somebody else. You're not good enough. So the moment I put my attention there, I would start getting the proofs. Oh, see, my mind would start, connecting dots for me, right? So these are the beliefs, these are the conditioning that I've probably been carrying in my system, and that kind of gives me this kind of awazes that I. So what I realized was that when we start paying attention to these voices, one, that these are the voices coming from the mind, and the mind which has conscious, subconscious, and unconscious layers to it, and we are just aware about our conscious mind, which is like it's just 1/10 of this entire iceberg which is there in the ocean. Only 1/10 is visible, 9/10 is it's invisible. That is what we keep hearing from inner spaces. Then if we start paying attention to that, our energy goes there. A lot of energy goes there. And when the energy goes there, what happens? Either I feel exhausted, either I feel I don't have memory. I'm not able to focus. I'm not able to do this. I'm not able to do that. This is the consequences. This is one of the consequences. But what is more important that we all have to be aware about is something that we will do in this exercise. I'd asked you to get this thread and the pendant. All of you have it? I want you to hold this. Okay, this is a beautiful exercise. I want you all to hold this pendant straight, very straight, without moving your hand. Just hold it straight. And then first listen to what we are going to do. So first we will hold and we'll make it very stationed, very stable. And then just in your mind, you think and you give energy to this pendant, move north and south. Oh, you will not do anything. You just give a command. You just give a thought. This pendant is moving. Give an intention. It is moving north and south and see what happens to this pendant. After that, you give intention or thought or energy. Now it is moving south and west, east, and see what happens. And after that is done, just say, now it is moving in circle and see what happens. Do this now. Hold this in your hand. Stationed, completely stable. And then give a thought to it. First north, south, then east, west, and then circle. Yeah. So could you see that? No, Sakayan? Was it stable? Yeah. So could you notice that when you just put an intention to it, it started moving like that? Yes, it happened. Give me a thumbs up for if it happened to you. Yes. Yes. Right? So this is what happens. We can do it. Then you can do it again when you are, if it is not happening, but I'll continue. So what happens is that when even unconsciously, when we get involved in that, when we put our energy in that, we create it for us. So suppose if I am having this voice that I am not good enough, I'm having this critical voice that I become robotic. And when I start paying attention to, when I start putting my energy into it, I start attracting that kind of situation to my life. And then it kind of proves the belief that, see, and then that critical voice will say, see, I was telling you. So this is how we are the manifester of our reality. And that is why it is important that we are aware about what kind of voices I'm paying attention to. Right? So one, that it is coming from my mind. Second, when I pay attention to it, I add my energy to it, I start manifesting it. So how do I prevent that? There are many ways to do that. The first step is to be aware. Okay, now I'm getting into it. Stop. I will not give my energy to it. That is possible. You can first, once you start getting aware that, okay, this is my pattern, that that there is nothing to do with this event, there is nothing to do with actually am I really good or not. It's just a thought, it's just a voice that I'm getting. The moment you are aware about it, you can stop. You can say it, I will stop it now. So this is the first step. And then there are many more, but the first step is to be aware about it and recognize it. Right? And then the next thing is to involve in such a way where, see, when I say that, okay, I recognized it. Okay, I recognize that I become robotic. Okay, I recognize that I have to improvise. I have to improvise. Now, when I recognize that, that means that I'm again putting my energy out there, right? But now say there are two ways of paying attention. One is I recognize, I recognize and then I become that. Yes, I start feeling it. I start experiencing that yes, see, I've become robotic. And then the next event will open up in my mind. See, this is what happened. See, I didn't do good too. I didn't even pay attention to the emotion. See, this is how you get involved into. But the second way of paying attention is, okay, now I understand that this is what is happening to me. I'm aware about this thought now. I'm not going to get involved in this thought. I'm aware about it. So this is the second step. Yes. And then there are more things to this. But today we will not go into that. We are just going to be over here, stop over here. So this is the second. And the third is to know that all of us have a space in us which actually is connected with the divinity that we are. The thirst to quench for what we came on this planet Earth, the real purpose. And when I connect with that space within me, there is a possibility that not only I will know what actually I am, the divine self that I am, but also, see, the mind is a monkey mind. It would just keep creating. It was just a conditioned mind. It is a part of the duality realm, the earthly realm, the physical realm. So it would just keep jumping from one pole to another, one pole to another. And it would really not have a real solution to the issues. But the real solution of the issues is available in the space which is beyond the physicality of ourselves. And it is that Gagan that Kabir is talking about. And it is that Gagan that we can connect with. And today we are going to do this meditation where we are going to connect with that Gagan. We are going to connect with the divinity within us, because when in that connection that we go, the awareness of this, all this mental jumping monkeys that is there, why it is there, what I should be doing, all the clarity starts happening if we connect over here. And that is the reason why, even though we are not spiritual, even though I don't want to walk the spiritual path, it is important that I know that there is a possibility. I keep, फाफा मारते, यहाँ पे जाएंगे, ये डॉक्टर के पास जाएंगे, वो थेरेपिस्ट के पास जाएंगे. And it's okay. If there is a need, we should go. But there is a space that holds all the answers. You came in this life with your prarabdha. So the monkey mind will keep, putting you into all this prarabdha. And your entire quest is to find out, why am I into this rut? What is it that I need to learn behind this situation, behind my limiting beliefs? How do I free myself from this limiting belief? And then from third grade, we go into fourth grade. And all this that I came up with in this life, I realize I get my learning. And most importantly, it is this space where, when we recognize what is our true self, what is our real self, it is that love space where, we start understanding we experientially knowing our own self-worth, our own love towards ourselves. And that kind of answers lot of issues in our life. Yeah. So that is the reason why then we should be connecting with this. It also not only helps us with this other things that, other avazes and finding solutions, but basically it helps us to go to that space where we are no more into this polarity all the time. It's a space where the actual peace is there. It is beyond the minds. It's not subconscious mind. It's not subconscious mind. It is beyond the physicality, the spaces. So I thought, let me just do this, bring this meditation to us today, because we are kind of approaching Valentine's, and we all kind of, Valentine's kind of have this energy of love, and I also receive love and I give love. But if we really know and we are connected with the deeper love that we stay in a space to give. If we don't love our own self, can we give it to others? No, we can't, right? So this is the space where we really know that love being that we are. So are we ready for the meditation now? Does it make sense? Yeah? Yes? Beautiful. So shall we do this beautiful meditation for 15 minutes? Where we try to connect with our own divine self. Yeah? And what are points that we will keep in mind is that as we do this meditation, first we will remove our specs. We will I will start some nice music so that we can hear this music. And even though you don't I will remove this. So let me just first check, like I will just check with you if you can listen, if this music is audible even with this on them. Can you hear this music?
No.
No. Well,
Nothing.
well. Audible?
Still not come.
Your voice is audible, but not the music.
Yes, no.
No, only your voice is audible, not the music.
1 minute. Close the window. How is it now?
No, it's okay.
Beautiful. So, and you can hear my voice also, right? My voice is also clear? Wonderful. So, please remove your specs and take a comfortable position. If you want to take a back rest, you can take a back rest. If you don't want to take, it's okay. And we are going to hold our fingers interlocked. We don't want to lose the energy. When we do this meditation, we receive a lot of universal energy. And when we create this loop, it stays within our system. So we hold our hands like this and we put it in our lap. Yes. Like this, Akayan, if you can, it's okay. Even this is fine, but this is good. Yeah. And we keep it in our lap. Yes. Take a deep breath. And we are going to pay our attention to our breath. After 2 more deep breaths, inhaling fully and exhaling fully. We just come back to our natural, normal flow of breath. All we have to do is simply observe our breath. And you will observe that your monkey mind will jump. And it is okay. We will not control anything, but we will observe that also. And the moment you become aware that you are observing your thought, you come back to your breath. So this to and fro will happen, which is okay. We are just learning the technique to pay attention to our breath and completely being with our breath. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Coming back to here and now. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. All that exists at this moment is you and your breath. Allow yourself to be with your breath. The breath is magical bridge. The breath connects us to the inner gagan, the inner space. If we allow ourselves to relax into the breath, completely relax into your breath. Surrender to your breath. Let the monkey mind jump around. It's okay. When you get aware, you shifted to the mind, come back to your breath, just observing the way it flows in and the way it moves out. Completely relaxing into your breath. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. All the energy to the breath, here and now. Completely relaxing, giving yourself permission to relax into your breath and surrender in your breath. The more you allow yourself to be with your breath, the breath becomes your Sarthi. The breath takes you to the space where you belong. Give yourself permission to be guided in this beautiful journey, this beautiful navigation, surrendering to your breath. And as you allow yourself to relax into your breath, I want you all to visualize in the space of your mind, visualize a beautiful forest. Paying attention to all the details of this forest. Or visualize yourself in a beautiful space of nature of your choice. A mountain, or a forest, or a beach, whatever. Visualize a beautiful space of nature of your choice, paying attention to the voices of the birds chirping, paying attention to the effect it causes on you, hearing the sounds of the birds, the air, seeing the beauty of the nature around you. The breeze of air flowing on your skin, over your skin. Just feel it. The beautiful flowers, the spread of flowers as you start walking towards. This beauty of the nature pulls you in and you start walking in this beautiful nature. Visualize yourself walking and going in the inner space of this beautiful forest or a beach or a mountain. And as you start walking, appreciating the beauty of flowers, the chirping of the birds, the greens of different shades, the water touching your feet, the grass, the gentle, soft, subtle grass, the touch of that, appreciating the beauty. On the right hand side, you see a light coming from a beautiful ancient temple. And your attention goes towards that light. It's such a beautiful invitation that you feel, and you start walking towards that light, towards that temple from where this light is coming. And as you step towards that temple, you start experiencing the shift in the nature, in the energy of the nature. Allow yourself to experience this totally. Slowly, slowly, you approach the temple and the light becomes brighter. Feeling curious, you want to go and see from where this light is coming. And you come at the door of the temple and you get pulled in and you enter this temple premise. You enter the outer mandap of the temple or a mosque even. And you appreciate the beauty of this space of Rangamandap, the pillars, the ceiling, but all your attention going is the light, the beautiful light that you see coming from the center of that temple, pulling you towards it. And you start walking towards that light. You enter the next mandap of the temple or mosque. And now you approach the central sanctum centrum of the temple, the Garbhagruha of the temple. And as you enter the Garbhagruha, sanctum sanctum of the temple, you see a platform with an idol or an energy spot. And as you pay attention to that, you realize it's nothing but your own higher self. Your own higher self emitting this light, and you are pulled towards that. It pulls you towards it, and it enters you. Visualize that light entering you. And feel the feelings, the sensations that this light, as it enters you, It's the meeting of you with your higher self. Just feel how it feels to be in touch with your own higher space, your own higher self, the energy of that. Just experience it in your heart. Allow yourself to be soaked in this beautiful light, in the energy of this. And it fills you up, each and every part of your body and yourself. Feeling its energy, you start stepping out. You start stepping out of the temple, and now, as you walk, the beauty of the nature is even more profound. In touch with your higher self, just appreciate the color that you saw, the birds that were chirping, the beauty of the green. Just see the depth now you perceive of this all. See what kind of impact it creates to you. Feel the joy of that. Feel the love of that. Just see how it feels to be in touch with your higher self. How does it feel to your heart? Fill up your heart space with this beautiful light of love, the embodiment of love, the embodiment of light, the source of light. Breathe into this beautiful energy and allow this light to spill out of your heart. Allow this to come all over your body, each and every part of your cell, this energy of love, this energy of light, the experience of that. Allow it to expand all over you. Allow it to spill even out of your skin, covering you completely, enveloping you in its energy. Feel it. Allow this love, allow this energy to expand further, reaching out to this entire space of nature. It's so expansive, it's so pure, it's so vast. Allow it to spread all over. Allow it to expand and reach the sky. Feel it. It's reaching the sky. And feeling of it. Now extend this beautiful energy to your own loved ones, your own family, your children, your parents, your spouse, your friends, everybody. Let all of them get soaked in this beautiful energy of love, coming out from you in the form of this beautiful light. Let them also get enveloped in this beautiful light. Feeling them, feeling your love towards them, and experiencing this beautiful touch with your own divine self, holding them, holding this energy in your own heart. You start walking out in the forest that you walked in the nature. You now start coming out, holding this beautiful energy. You may have received some insight. You may have received some answers, some solutions. Holding them dearly. You now get ready in the counts of 5, 4, coming out of the forest, 3, 2, and now you are back to your breath, and here and now, 1, feeling this and breathing into this beautiful experience. You now get ready to take a deep breath, allowing all this to integrate in you. And as you are ready, rub your palms, generate some heat, put the palms over your eyes, blink your eyes for some time. Tap your eyelids with your fingers. Just allow your eyelid to feel the tap of your fingers. And slowly you can now open your eyes. Yes, friends. Yeah. So we are ready to have some experiences, some sharing. If you have, Sakaya.
That was better than this reality after opening eyes.
Yes. We want to be just there, right? Yeah. How was your experience? Can you just give me a moment? Just a moment, yeah? There is somebody on the door. I'll just be here. Okay, so here I am. Are you there, Sakayan? Yeah. You muted. Yeah. So go ahead.
It was good, as usual.
As usual. Okay. Did you get an insight? Would you like to share?
No.
Anybody else?
In the starting, I was having some issue with my adjustment. Then I was little bit of adjustment. Then I was comfortable. Then I think I was shaking also. I don't know, but it was very peaceful and शांति लग रही थी.
Beautiful.
And that walk, I was able to feel everything you were saying, forest, birds around me, flowers. I was able to feel all those. So it was making me very happy to be with nature around.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So you felt peace. You felt Shanti. Beautiful. Anybody else? Nandaji? You muted.
Very nice, peaceful. Gave a good feeling in the end.
Could you see the light? Could you connect with that higher self?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of it.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Chandini, Dhiren, would you like to share anything?
So my mind kept jumping on thoughts,
Yes.
and it was just like as if someone is just scrolling through different thoughts at the same time. And I got lost in the thoughts itself rather than being able to connect more with myself. And after a point, I actually got zoned out also. So maybe I was just hearing but not listening. And so that was it.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that out. In fact, this is a beautiful, see, I think we have people who have been meditating for some time. And so whenever we start with this journey on meditation, it is completely normal what happened to you. Okay? And it is okay to give your own time. The beautiful part about this journey is that we are not comparing this journey with anybody else's journey. And as a journeying soul, nobody knows how much you have traveled and where you are. Okay? So there are people who would get enlightened in a moment, starting meditation today, and they get enlightened because their journey has started many lifetimes back. And that sadhana never goes waste. Right? But there are people who are in different level of their own journeys. So it's completely okay. And we are just going to see where I was yesterday and where am I today. And it is also a good start. It is also a good start to see that this is how my mind is. This is what happens in my mind. And you are now able to appreciate that you are able to see it. That means you are not that mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a you who is observing this. So now whenever you are in a situation where you get involved in your mind also, you know that, okay, there is a possibility to just observe and not become that. So this is a beautiful initiation for you. Very beautiful step, very beautiful beginning. You know? But the key is to do it regularly. Yeah, why? Because the space is a beautiful, it's a nectar. And you don't want to miss out on that nectar for yourself. And without really, judging your mind, accepting it the way it is. You just allow it. But the exercises, you stay mindful, you pay attention to that, and then you come back. That I will come back. The moment you realize, okay, I'm there, you come back to your breath. Breath is the key. Breath will take you. So even this goes on for the entire life, it's okay. You would have journeyed ahead, for sure, certain. Yeah. So thank you for sharing. Dhiren, I know you were zoned off. I knew that. But how was it for you?
How did you know that?
Because I could see it.
Okay. So I mean, frankly, fortunately at this time, thoughts were very minimal. There was no conscious attempt to control, but still there was practically no or very, very limited thoughts. Focus was on a lot of time on the breath. Sometimes what you were saying, sometimes not even on what you were saying. And I think I probably actually I would maybe I slept or whatever. It was in between blank, completely blank. I didn't know what else. And suddenly after maybe it was 30 seconds, maybe it was 1 minute, I kind of came back to okay, what I'm doing. Then again in between one more 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes of complete blank maybe there. And then again started to be with whatever you were saying. So in between there were completely blank zones. I don't even know where completely whether it was sleep or whether it was somewhere else. I don't know what it was.
Beautiful. And how are you feeling now?
Yeah, very light, very light. I mean, literally light. That way. Physically, mentally, both were light.
Beautiful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Right. So, this is also very nice and beautiful to really know that the mind will do its job, but our job is to just come back to the breath and not to control. See, that's a very beautiful point that Dhiren shared, that the moment we start involved, we start acting on the mind in the action of control, it's a monkey. You cannot stop a monkey from jumping. It's the nature of the monkey. So you don't want to put your energy in there to stop it. All you have to do is respect it, accept it, but come back to your breath. The exercise is coming back, realizing, coming back, realizing in the moment will happen where you will be lost, as Dhiren is saying. Yeah, everybody's experiences are different. But when he says that I was in a blank, now a time will come where he would enter that blank. And when we are lost, see, this is the space where we are beyond time and space. So we feel it's just a moment, for a moment I was in the blank, but it was like 20 minutes or 25 minutes. Yeah. So this is how it is. And it's beyond that. And this is why when we say that there is a space which is beyond the physicality, it's because it's beyond the realm of time and space. We enter that space. And it is in that space from where everything is originated. Everything. So it is that space where oneness experience happens. It is that space where we really understand, experientially know what we really are. And it is at that space where this vast energy is available and it starts entering us. And that is the reason when we really, if we touch that space, when we come out, we feel light. We are filled with the energy. We feel energetic. We feel fresh. Yeah. So I guess this is good for the today. I hope it was a good experience for all of you and some insights. Thank you so much. And I hope I want to hold this more often where we meditate together, where we share, because when we share, we become aware. When we share, we enter the space of trust. And that is something which is very, very monumental in healing ourselves and helping us to further our journey. You know, so these are all subtle things that happens when we do a group thing together. Yeah. So I really wish that we meet more often in this space, holding this space for each other, sharing and learning from each other. And I wish all of you a very happy Valentine's in advance. And
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
let's spread this beautiful peace and beautiful love that we continue to be available to this space. Now you are aware that there is a space where we know I am from where the experience is different, and I can connect with it. So put effort to do that. Yes. All right. So thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr.
Welcome. Thank
Thanks
you.
for the experience and have a great day, everyone.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.